Today I'm breaking down Young Living's new balance and burn system. We've got real biology, a very credentialed scientist, unfortunately, and some very sketchy claims. My goal here is simple: explain the science clearly, keep it obviously within my scope of practice, and to separate what's solid from what's sales and marketing. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bies. I'm an ACE certified personal trainer and also an ACE fitness nutrition specialist. I coach real people every week on body composition, blood sugar, protein, fiber, and sustainable fat loss. I'm not a doctor, obviously, and I will not be giving medical advice, nor will I ever, because I'm not qualified to do that. I am speaking from evidence-based nutrition and coaching practice, which is exactly what I believe this conversation needs. Huge thank you to DC for sending me this video. I appreciate you, my friend. And Savannah, another friend of mine, love you, boo. She reacted to this as well, so I'll link her video in the description, and I definitely think it's something that you should check out. I'm not going to be covering the entire video. I just want to cover the scientific nutrition type part of this, but Savannah covered the entire thing. So check it out. DC's channel is linked in the video description as well as Savannah's video, so go and support them. All right, let's get into it.
And without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome my lovely friend, the wonderful Vice President of Product Marketing, Monica Catalano. Take it away, Monica.
Thank you, Nikki. You are wonderful, and I am just so humbled by the work that the foundation does. And it's just one of the many reasons I'm so grateful to be part of the Young Living family. Now, like Nikki mentioned, I'm going to make a shift and talk about product. Did you see what I did there? The wait is over. In December, we previewed our
You know what this reminds me of? When Scientology, when they said the war is over because they were no longer having to pay taxes, they were considered a church. I don't know why, but that's what this reminds me of. Let me know in the comments if you think that too.
This innovation is a system that supports your metabolic wellness in a holistic, daily, plant-powered way. And today, you get the opportunity to start selling and purchasing the new Balance and Burn system, a system that works by supporting 3 key pathways your body already uses every day to feel balanced and in control. You and probably your friends and family have just met your right support system. I know we are all excited to hear more about the product, but I want to start at the beginning.
She wants to start with the emotional manipulation so that you don't object to it. That's what she's doing here, in my opinion. God, I hate this. And it's not going to get better. Sorry, guys.
Let's talk about a thought that nearly everyone feels. Wellness routines today, they feel harder than ever. According to US data, nearly 1 in 2 adults tried to lose weight last year. That's me. And many tried more than once. People aren't struggling from lack of effort. They're struggling because their tools don't address the real underlying systems that influence how they feel.
Public health is influenced by various systems, and many don't know how to support them. And are you qualified to do that, Monica? Also, where's the source on these slides? She said according to US data. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Thank you.
Many people, we turn to quick fixes like fad diets, restrictive exercise plans, and prescription drugs to reach their weight goals. And recently, certain prescription drugs have become a popular way to manage appetite and blood sugar. But
a popular way. Well, GLP-1 medications are made to help people make changes that absolutely must happen and must happen quickly. It's interesting that she's making this scenario seem like that's an option for many people. I find that really, I'm just going to say interesting, and we're going to keep it moving because, yeah, I have a lot to say about this.
It may come at a cost. They can include side effects, self-injections, and significant expense. A 2024 US study found that 50% of people prescribed GLP-1 drugs for obesity quit taking them after a year. And researchers cite high cost and side effects as possible reasons why.
What researchers? Cite your source, you know? Also, I think quick context here is extremely important because there's now a real GLP-1 medication in a capsule form. It's called Rybelsus. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that properly. It's still a prescription drug. It still could possibly have side effects, and it's still regulated by the FDA, like a medication should be. So when Balance and Burn is framed like it's a natural GLP-1 in a bottle, as we're going to see her do shortly, that comparison is incorrect. If someone truly wants a GLP-1 medication because they don't want to do an injection, this is an option for people. And it comes from a pharmaceutical company, not a supplement company that is unregulated. Is medicine perfect? No, but at least it's regulated. I think it was a reel that one of you guys sent me, and they made a comment. I think it was actually Beth. What is her last name? Franco? I think it was from Beth. And she was saying some people villainize medicine and big pharma, but they support big wellness. And big pharma is a small fraction of what big wellness as far as revenue every single year. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I could get them. Maybe I'll put it in the video description just for context, because I think that this is a perfect example of you're going to villainize modern medicine, the best thing that we have now. Who knows what we'll find out down the road, but at least it's regulated. At least there's scientific evidence to show that this medication does what it's supposed to do. Is it perfect? No, but it sure is a heck of a lot better than unregulated wellness influencers and companies like MLM companies. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about that. And bottom line, capsules from an MLM company like this are not going to be the same thing as a GLP-1 medication. They don't work the same way, they're not tested the same way, and they're definitely not regulated the same way. Talking about this like it's a simple plant-based swap is marketing. It's not medicine, and it shouldn't be. All right, see what else she has to say.
And here's the big industry headline. The US weight management supplement category is now around 24 billion US dollars, growing at a 13% compound annual growth rate. This tells us people are actively searching for more holistic ways to support metabolic health and promote a healthy body composition.
Is it, or is this just a perfect example of people that are being preyed on by marketing, by a product that has not been shown to do what they're claiming it does? Because that's what I think this is.
Without extremes. But most solutions, they only target one piece of the puzzle. Consumers don't want to lose weight. They want balance. They want a healthy body composition. They want a simple method to help achieve their goals. And they want confidence in their daily choices. And that's where Young Living comes in, with a system designed to fit real life and offer real results. And they want something that works with their body, not against it. That is the gap that we set out to fill.
Every supplement company makes these same kind of claims. There's this gap that we want to fill. Okay, show us the scientific evidence. Show us the peer-reviewed studies. Show us that. Oh, you don't have that. Yeah, oh, well, we don't have to because it's a supplement. Exactly.
And just like hormones, metabolic health isn't controlled by one switch. Your body relies on multiple pathways, and this new innovative system targets 3 major pathways.
Does anybody else find it interesting that the VP of marketing is talking about metabolic health? Is it just me? I don't know. Kind of wild.
First, the gut microbiome system, the adipose or fat management system, then the glucose metabolism system. And most products out there support maybe one of these, and we wanted a system that supported all 3. So we created an advanced holistic system at Young Living that supports 3 key metabolic pathways. We call it your metabolic ABCs, which you will hear more about shortly. A simple daily 1-2-3 system designed for balance without harsh alternatives. 1 system, 3 pathways, your metabolic ABCs in a simple 1-2-3 system. So the question is, Are you ready to unlock your metabolic potential?
What is her name? Monica. Can you please define metabolic potential? Just try to see something.
To explain and help you learn the science of balance and burn, I would like to welcome Senior Vice President of Research and Development, Howard Gurney.
Hello, I'm Howard Gurney, Senior Vice President of Research and Development for Young Living.
Here's the unfortunate part about this. I looked into this man's background, and he is highly educated, qualified to, unfortunately, be making supplements or medications, or I don't know how I want to word that. But the thing that stands out to me is I can't imagine having this level of education and working for an MLM company. I just feel like what a waste. What process or how does that happen? And I think this is a good conversation to have here, but we see this a lot. We see people that were or are in the medical profession in some way, shape, or form, and they participate in MLM as a distributor, or they're part of their, scientific advisory board, or they're part of, making the products, things of that nature. It's like, what happens? Where does that switch happen and go, you know what? I'm going to work for an MLM company. What happens? What crossroads is that? I'm going to make a lot of money putting out in my opinion, subpar product that doesn't have scientific evidence, because he knows how scientific evidence works based on his history. So I just am curious what happens. Hopefully that makes sense, but.
It's an honor to come to you today and explain the benefits and the scientific function of the new GLP-1 system that we have to offer to you. The plant-derived bioactive compounds and researched microbe in these formulas were selected not only for their individual physiological roles, but also for how they work together through complementary biochemical pathways. Let's walk through the ABC approach. A is for Akkermansia, a well-studied gut microbe known for supporting the structure and thickness of the mucin layer that lines the gut wall. We begin in the gut, the communication and quality control center of the metabolic factory. A well-supported mucin layer encourages a healthier microbial ecosystem as part of the natural signaling processes that promotes GLP-1 release.
Akkermansia is real science, and genuinely, I think it's pretty interesting. But putting it in a supplement does not mean that you'll reliably grow more of it necessarily in your gut. And it doesn't mean that you're suddenly boosting your GLP-1 in a meaningful way. If you want a healthier gut, the basics already work really well. More fiber, more protein, regular meals, and movement to the best of your ability. You don't need a proprietary powder from a multi-level marketing company or a sketchy supplement company. You don't need that.
GLP-1 plays an important role in helping support normal, healthy blood glucose regulation, which helps coordinate the body's natural post-meal metabolic response. Additional components in this formula work synergistically with Akkermansia to support gut structure and microbial balance. Allulose, inulin, and tapioca fiber, and grape and wolfberry extracts, together these ingredients support gut structure, establishing a strong base for the B and the C systems. B, or the burn formula, supports access to our stored energy. Fat cells can be thought of as strong supply rooms storing long-term resources. To access these reserves, the body uses lipolysis, the natural process of releasing fatty acids. Once released, these fatty acids travel to the mitochondria, the furnaces of the cell, where they can be converted into usable energy. Additional plant-derived compounds further support this process. Epigallocatechin gallate from green tea, black ginger extract, and essential oils such as grapefruit oil, cinnamon bark oil, and bergamot oil each contribute digestive support and additional plant-based polyphenols.
Now, a lot of people can't have products that have grapefruit in it for, medication purposes. It'll interfere with their medication. Anytime you hear unlock fat or supercharging your mitochondria, that's a marketing phrase. That's not a guarantee. Real fat loss still comes from eating in a calorie deficit, getting enough protein, and moving your body to the best of your ability. Plant compounds like green tea can definitely have some small effects, but they're not a magic fat burner like people want you to believe that are in these companies.
Together, the burn formula supports healthy fat-releasing pathways, mitochondrial function, and the efficient use of stored energy. Now the C formula. C is the control formula which supports carbohydrate handling and fuel efficiency. This final control formula is how the body manages carbohydrates and daily fuel use. When nutrients enter the body, they arrive like trucks delivering fuel to the factory gates. Berberine phytosome, a plant-derived alkaloid, supports activation of AMPK, the cell's master metabolic regulator. Activated AMPK signals GLUT4 transporters to move toward the cell membrane, functioning like additional loading docks that allow glucose to enter the cell efficiently. Additional supportive components include Gymnema sylvestre, a botanical extract that helps support healthy carbohydrate metabolism. Chromium, which contributes to normal insulin signaling, and ginger essential oil, which supports digestive comfort and nutrient absorption.
Digestive comfort, probably because that's going to make you feel like trash if they don't put ginger in it. My God. Unfortunately, this part is actually the most legit of all the parts that I've already shown you or have shown you so far. Berberine can help some people with blood sugar, but the dose, the quality, and the safety absolutely matter, and it can interact with medications. And again, none of this replaces small habits like protein at meals, fiber, and resistance training.
Together, these compounds help support smooth, efficient glucose utilization and coordinated fuel management. Your metabolism is an intelligent and dynamic system capable of impressive efficiency. These plant-based bioactive compounds work together to support overall metabolic balance. I hope you take these products, and I hope you have amazing success.
I hope you don't take these products because you don't need them.
Hello and Happy New Year to the amazing Young Living family. I am here in one of the many amazing D. Gary Young Research Institute labs where science, research, testing, and the magic truly happens. Now it's time for me to nerd out. We are finally here. We are so excited for this amazing product launch. I want to share an overview of the Balance and Burn Weight Management System test group conducted over an 8-week cycle. This internal evaluation was designed to better understand how the system performs in a real-world setting when used consistently as part of a balanced lifestyle. This was an observational program, and our goals were to evaluate participants' adherence, observe changes in body composition, certain metabolic markers, and to better understand the overall participant experience when Balance and Burn is used as a complete system. The test group included adult participants who were generally healthy and interested in weight management and metabolic wellness. Participants committed to use the Balance and Burn system daily for 8 weeks while maintaining normal daily activity and following basic nutrition best practices. The Balance and Burn protocol focused on consistency and simplicity. Participants used Balance and Care daily to align with metabolic steadiness and help those cells within the microbiome to release those GLP-1 hormones. And Burn and Control daily to align with energy utilization, unlocking fat, and controlling healthy levels of blood glucose. Participants were encouraged to view Balance and Burn not as a short-term program, but as a sustainable lifestyle rhythm designed to support long-term wellness habits. To provide objective insights, participants completed a full DEXA body scan at baseline and again at the end of the 8-week cycle. DEXA scans allows us to observe changes in overall body composition, including total body fat, lean mass distribution, and fat to lean mass ratios. In addition, participants completed comprehensive blood panels before and after the program. Markers observed included blood lipids, hemoglobin A1C, also known as HbA1c, which is a running average of glucose and healthy glucose levels, and other standard metabolic wellness indicators. These measurements were used strictly for observational and educational purposes. But here's the thing, you can't cheat DEXA. You can't cheat your blood. We wanted to make sure this program actually works. After 8 weeks, several consistent patterns emerged. DEXA scans showed that many participants experienced favorable shift in body composition, including reductions in body fat percentage while largely preserving lean body mass. You don't want to lose the lean body mass. You want to lose your body fat. These changes reflected gradual, sustainable progress rather than rapid or extreme shifts. The blood panel results also showed positive directional trends for many participants. This included improvements in the overall lipid profile, balancing healthy glucose readings, and overall movement towards healthier metabolic ranges. Now, these trends were most often seen in those participants who followed the protocol consistently. Consistency is such a key thing. One of the clearest insights from the test group was the importance of daily adherence. Participants who consistently used Balance and Burn and aligned with healthy lifestyle demonstrated the most favorable changes across both body composition and those blood markers. One important aspect of the Balance and Burn system is how the formulations were developed. The Balance and Burn formulations are built using clinically studied ingredients, selected based on existing scientific research. Many of the individual ingredients used in these formulas have been evaluated in double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled studies, which represent the gold standard in nutritional research. These studies informed us of the ingredient selection and the important dosing ranges. Most formulators will put small amounts of ingredients, but we want to put the studied dosing, and that is super important, as well as the form used, and we used all of that in these formulas. Participants' feedback aligned with the objective data. Many described the system as easy to follow, realistic for daily life, and supportive without feeling restrictive. Several participants shared that they plan on continuing using Balance and Burn well beyond this test period, and they're super excited to stay on it.
That was a lot. I wanted to play that entire clip so that now we could talk about it, because very important context with this part. What they did for 8 weeks was not randomized. It was not blinded. It was not placebo controlled. That means that we can't say that the product caused anything. And he knows that. They also told people to follow, and I don't know if you caught it at the beginning of this clip, they instructed people to follow basic nutrition and to use the system daily while also moving their body. So they changed more than likely their nutrition in some way, shape, or form. They started taking these products and they were moving their body. That alone can explain the improvements that people were seeing. Saying that you can't cheat DEXA scan sounds kind of fancy, but it doesn't make this a gold standard study like he probably wants it to sound like. That's unfortunate.
But enough from me. Let's listen to these participants in their own words.
Also, I want to give a content warning here really quickly because they're about to do some testimonials, and I know that sometimes the language that these individuals use in order to sell a product, a supplement, and an MLM supplement or whatever can be pretty triggering. So please just take care of yourself. But I did want to include this because I think it's really important to talk about how this is going to be marketed. And I want to debunk what they are saying, because all three of them that we're going to talk about tell on themselves in their testimonial. So there's a reason that I'm showing this to you guys. So stick around if you can. If this is too triggering, I understand. Please take care of yourself.
My name is Chris Opfer, and I have a dad bod. I've been around this company for more than 30 years, and I don't know that I have ever been this excited for a new product launch. I mean, Balance and Burn is just absolutely epic. So I've been taking Balance and Burn for just over 30 days, and I'm gonna tell you, I intentionally didn't make any other changes in my life. I live a pretty healthy lifestyle here in the Opfer household, but I intentionally didn't start working out more. I intentionally didn't start eating even better than we do. I intentionally didn't do those things because I really wanted to see what this system was going to do. I wanted to kind of have it in isolation. And there's actually something that happened. Those 30 days actually fell over the holidays, which is probably the worst time to do anything like this. But I did it anyway. And I'm also going to tell you, Ashley's Paralegal makes some of the best Christmas cookies. And I definitely enjoyed me some Christmas cookies. I'm just gonna say it. I have no shame about it because they're that awesome. So, okay, so here's what I noticed or what I saw in those 30 days. First of all, I'm down 10 pounds. There's a lot less of my love handles to love. So I'm sure Ashley appreciates that. My body kind of changed shape because of that, which is pretty cool. I've adjusted my belt in 4 times. 4 times I had to adjust my belt in. I also don't find myself overeating, and I'm truly satisfied after meals. Now, let's also talk about the snacking. So sometimes there's that mindless snacking. I don't have that food noise, so I don't have that mindless snacking anymore. But I also used to be that guy who really enjoyed snacks with a good movie or a binge-worthy TV show. And I haven't really done that. I haven't even, again, really felt the need. It hasn't even crossed my mind. So to me, that's a huge change. I also don't have those afternoon crashes. I didn't have them a lot anyway, thanks to multigreens, but I really don't have them now. And I'll tell you, my eating habits they're just changing, and they're changing for the better naturally as part of this process. And also my digestive health.
Here's the thing. If you're not snacking as much, you're changing the amount of calories you're taking in. That's weight loss. Even if you didn't mean to change anything, he changed something. Oh my God. They always tell on themselves. Better digestion and less food noise also point to more fiber and appetite changes, not magic capsules. Oh my God.
Improved, which is something we all want to work on. So here's the thing, guys. Here at Young Living, we always want to help people live happier and healthier. Mary and Gary always taught that our health starts with the food that we put in our body. And I know Mary is a huge proponent of that. Well, we can now eat healthier, get more from it, all in a sustainable way that inherently teaches better habits. So Balance and Burn, I'm telling you guys, is absolutely epic. And I'm so excited.
Except it's not, because these types of results are probably coming from the changing of his habits, and probably has nothing to do with those products. Because if it did have something to do with those products, there would be scientific evidence to show that on the products, not the clinically studied ingredients that Howard mentioned earlier.
Excited to see all the lives changed by this product. So, here's the deal. If you want to embrace your mom bod or your dad bod, awesome. Or you can make a change with Balance and Burn.
What's wrong with having a dad bod or a mom bod? As if that's a bad thing. As a mother, I carried 2 children, and I'm proud of the body that I have and the kids that are thriving. So this whole language around, your body needing to look a certain way is so destructive. And it just plays into the pain points that people experience, thinking that they need to look a certain way, or they need to act a certain way, or, they need to be a certain number on the scale. And it's just so destructive. And that's what he's doing here. And I absolutely hate it. If you love the way that you look, fantastic. Own it.
That will fit into your lifestyle on your terms for your needs, all without the fad, the flash, or especially in my case, the hangry.
So when I heard that YL was working on a weight management product, I wasn't asked to try the Balance and Burn system.
Do you want to give a content warning? She is going to be targeting people in menopause. So hate that so much. Thank you.
Literally begged to be a part of the test group. I've lost over 100 pounds in the last 25 years. I'm 57 years old. And I've seen my body's metabolism change, especially in the last probably 6 to 7 years. What I had been doing wasn't working anymore. It wasn't that I wasn't working my system of eating and exercising and drinking water, but that my system really wasn't working for me anymore. I noticed that my waist was getting thicker because of menopause and different things that my body was changing through the years. What I noticed first is, like, the first day or so, I noticed that I wasn't, for the lack of a better word, jonesing for food. My biggest issue, literally my whole life, has been mindless snacking, salty or sweet or back and forth. Ladies, I know I'm not alone in this, right? I love that I never get nauseous from this product. I still get hungry, and I have hunger pains. I feel I have very strong willpower, but man, sometimes my snacking would just get out of control before I started this. I feel like I literally had more control. It like 10x'd my willpower for being able to say no to desserts through the holidays and snacking at night. Evenings and afternoons were always my hardest time of the day. But
let me give a quick little tip. And hopefully this helps somebody. If you find yourself snacking uncontrollably at the end of the day or in the evening, it could be because you're under eating throughout the day. So try packing your meals first, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, whatever you typically eat, however many meals you have in a day. Try to make sure you're getting enough protein and enough fiber, and make sure that you're eating enough calories throughout the day, because if you're experiencing something like what she's talking about, it could be because you are under eating throughout the day and your body is like, we have not had enough food and now we're going to make sure that we get enough food. So just a quick little tip.
I love that this pushes me through that, and I don't have a problem saying no thank you for those things. Over the first 3 weeks, I realized that I could have a new rhythm. I wasn't a slave to old habits. There were still there in the first couple of weeks, they were still there, but I realized that they were emotional habits. This past 8 weeks have been amazing. I feel thinner. I look thinner. I've noticed I feel like I can tackle the day because I'm not obsessing over food all the time. I feel like I'm in control of my habits for the first time in my life. I was shocked to have measured after 4 weeks. I was down 9 pounds and I shed 16 and a half inches body wide, 6 of those from my waist, which hits many of us in menopause. I feel great. I would recommend it to anyone who has issues sticking to a healthy eating plan. I love the price point too. Are you kidding me? $135 is a steal for this monthly purchase. It's totally affordable for anyone. This is going
delusional. $135 a month, and you think that's affordable for people? Delusional. Now, unfortunately, this is somebody that has the, in my opinion, basic understanding of nutrition. When mindless snacking drops, or you're not snacking as much, waist inches often drop fast because of less bloating and fewer calories. Calling this willpower times 10 sounds emotional, and I absolutely hate that. But it's really appetite regulation and changing of habits that are getting her these results. As somebody that is a fitness nutrition specialist, some of what she is saying, I'm seeing major red flags, especially the uncontrollable snacking at the end of the day. I just wonder if she's taking in enough calories. Obviously, I don't know her height. I don't know her weight. I don't have any of her information, but I'm definitely seeing some alarms going off as I'm listening to her. The changes that she's getting is from changing her habits. It's not from these products, in my opinion.
to be benefiting a ton of people. I already have relatives reaching out to me saying, you look amazing. What are you doing? The wait is over. January 10th is here, you guys. This is a must try.
Except it's not. I don't suggest it. You don't need it.
Hi guys. I was so excited to be included in the test group for the new Balance and Burn system because weight loss has always felt really hard for me. And if I'm honest, I don't believe that anything will ever work. So during my first round, I didn't make a lot of changes on purpose because I wanted to see what will this product do for me while I just follow my usual healthy eating routine.
They all say that they don't change, and then they mention that they changed things. Don't y'all find that interesting? Because I know I do.
And here's what I noticed. I noticed that I wasn't having the usual roller coaster of like wired then tired, and I was able to really tackle my day. The next thing that I noticed, after breakfast, I would take my capsules. It felt a lot easier to stick to my plan, to like avoid sweets and to focus on protein. And I also realized that I wasn't snacking mindlessly throughout the afternoon and into the evening. Now, that said, I only lost about a pound. The scale moved about a pound. But when I measured all of my measurements, I lost inches. And that shocked me. And I was so excited. Why? Because I was doing this during Thanksgiving. I was so pumped. So that alone gave me the encouragement that I needed to just keep going. Now, I think some of you are going to wonder about the taste of that little pixie stick. And I just wanted to throw in that I really like it. And I think you will too. So now I'm starting my second round. I'm feeling super empowered, and I really do believe that this is a system that will work for me. And if you know me, that is huge. The belief that I've gotten alone, that's a game changer. So now I'm being more intentional with my food and my movement, And now I believe that this system is making that feel much easier for me. So for the first time in literally years, I feel hopeful and motivated to stay consistent, because I can honestly say that I believe this new balance and burn system, like, I can do this and you can too.
Oh my God. So this actually supports everything that I've been saying in this video. Losing inches but not scale weight usually means better habits, less snacking, and less inflammation in your body. She even admits she became more intentional with food and movement. That's what moved the needle. Big picture here, the biology that they describe is real, but the results people saw look like better habits, more fiber, and less snacking. That seemed to be the theme for all of them. Not a revolutionary metabolic system in a bottle. If your goal is better body composition or steadier blood sugar, you don't need a $135 MLM bundle. You need consistent meals, enough protein, plenty of fiber, regular movement to the best of your ability, good sleep, and time. Those basics work because they're evidence-based, and they don't require you to buy into some kind of a weird MLM sales pitch that's just emotionally trying to take advantage of you. Again, thank you to DC for sending me this video. I appreciate you, my friend, and definitely check out Savannah's reaction in the description. She's a lot of fun, and I can't wait for her to visit again here in Las Vegas, hopefully soon. I'm just gonna put that out there. If you found this video helpful, please make sure that you like and subscribe if you have not already. I do break down sketchy supplement claims, wellness misinformation like what we saw here today, and MLM marketing in plain language so that anybody can understand it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.